Okay, so. Alright, so here's the plan. We are making a match-3 game. This is now going to be my 5th game, mini game that I am. You're only turning 30 next year? You baby! You be baby! Also, just another heads up, as I haven't mentioned in a while, this is an 18 plus stream. If you're under 18, get out, or I will ban you until you're 18. Anyways, but also, and for safety, don't reveal ages in the chat because there's creepos out there. So no revealing of ages in the chats, but just be careful, safety, all that fun stuff, because the internet is not a safe and fun place. Anyways, what was I saying? Okay, we're making a match-3 game. This will be the 5th tutorial game I make. The thing is, even though this will be the 5th game that I follow a tutorial with, I realize I've barely retained the things that I have learned from the other 4 games. Like, I know some basics and whatnot, but like a lot of the thing, like, excuse my vocabulary when I'm trying to come up, things will just be the default word I use for stuff that I don't remember what the names are for. Mama Marv Protect, exactly. So a lot of things that I followed along with the tutorials, sometimes they explained it, sometimes they didn't. And I didn't, and some of the stuff I did not fully retain, but I can, you know, remember some things. Kind of. Like, obviously, I know the basics of functions, like the naming and defining a function, naming and defining variables. I learned what vectors and vector 2s and vector 2 integers. But sometimes they'll like pull a reference, they'll say, like, they'll use the @onReady variable or @export. And I believe they're just pulling from other nodes, but I don't fully understand that. So we're taking a new approach for this tutorial that we're going to be doing. So this tutorial, thankfully enough, is broken up into 76 videos. Really, it's 74. So what I'm going, and so they range from like being 10 minutes. It's the biggest one I've seen is 22. So my thing is, with each section of this tutorial that we're following, I'm going to send y'all the list, by the way. I'll post it in chat. What I'm going to do now to help retain manually unpin, hide for me, sorry, multitasking. At the end of every video, I will stop and look over what we did. And if there's something I don't fully understand, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to put in the extra effort to look things up and not just follow along blindly. Because like at the end of the Pong tutorial, while I was good for the first half, it took me forever to finish the dang Pong tutorial. Near the end, I was just like, zombie. So I'm going to take this in stride, step by step, follow along, but also be active in taking notes and learning all the different stuff that we'll be doing. One project following each other, another where I freestyle. Yeah, so that's the thing. I need to freestyle for sure. Freestyling is definitely something I need to start doing. Like, I did do that a little bit with the snake tutorial because I have a snake game idea that I would like to eventually do. And so I just took the game and just made some changes to it. So I like learned how to slow it down and a couple of other things I think I did. But I think I definitely need to do like a freestyle hands-on learning because I was thinking about my time in high school learning computer science. We were using Turing, and that was a lot of fun. That was my first introduction to coding, was using Turing in computer science. And for like our last big assignment, I think he put us in pairs. I did most of the work though. And I decided for my final game or thing that I was going to do, I was going to learn to make the card game war. So it's just like you pull 2 cards, whoever is highest wins. And I learned how to do it, but that teacher, he was a pain in my butt because he kept breaking it, obviously on purpose. He's like, oh, I got a war, nothing happened. And so, like, obviously with war, you got to draw again. And then he ended up breaking it and he got 2 wars in a row. And he's like, oh, I got 2 wars and nothing happened. And I'm like, gosh, dang it. So, yeah. Does the Snake game also have... No, it does not. No, it does not. I will not repeat it. Get out of here with your early memes. Oh my gosh, the internet is so old. I'm older than the internet. Anyways. So I decided I'm gonna make the card game war as my freestyle game when I'm done doing this. And yeah, that'll be the plan as my freestyle game. So I was like, you know what, it'll be full circle and fun to learn how to do that. And I'm already thinking about things and how I could possibly do it. But for now, we're going to follow along with this, and I'm going to actually actively look up terms in this that I don't know. And it should be good. So I shared should be the full playlist. If not, the playlist is easy to find. I'm not going to watch part 0 because I already did. And it just takes you to where he's got the assets. I was going to make my own assets, but I was like, you know what? Nah, he provided the assets. Don't put more work on yourself. We're just going to use the assets that he provided. So it'll work out just fine. So yeah, so I have my tea that I'm sipping, English breakfast. Actually, I'm going to go heat it up. Give me one. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. 1 sec. Okay. I've got tea. I've got the tutorial. Y'all have it up as well. I will be playing the video during the stream, and you will hear it live. But in the recording, it will not be recorded. So that way, nobody at YouTube or YouTube gets mad at me. This tutorial is also 7 years old. So we'll see how it is compatible with the current version of Godot. I am making my windows. There we go. I can see chat. Hi, chat. And watch the video. Okay. There we go. Part 1, setup. No Mac users here. Okay, yeah. Skip ahead. Already I'm like, dude, I know all this. Let me just bring me to the meat and potatoes, please. But it's like, just be calm, practice your patience, and we'll get there. Just calm down. Yeah, the setup is a little different. There's like inspectors up here. Oh, I'm already yawning. God damn it. Okay, come on. Okay, we're getting there. 2D. Build for mobile. Oh my gosh, you changed views! Hi, Cat. Welcome on in. Yes, we're I put the link in the description. We are on the second video, which is part 1. We're making a match 3. But with this, we're going to take it, section by section because it's beautifully broken up into different videos for each step. And with each step, I'm going to take notes and actually look up things I don't understand. Right now he's showing how to. He's basically drawing out how he wants the game to look. I'm like, you know what? That's fair. This is something you should do with your game. I started doing that with a different game idea I had, but I'm just like, this is necessary steps we got to do, and he's doing it for us right now. So it's like, don't complain about being bored, honey. Just follow along. Yes, fast forward. Mm-hmm. But you're doing 8x10 for your grid? Like, doesn't it? Yeah. Puzzle and Dragons. I think I played that. I'm pretty sure I played Puzzles and Dragons like on my old CD-ROM. Mm-hmm. You always need math, kids. Oh my gosh, in the Pong tutorial, I had this like he used this math thing to figure something out. I'm like, how did you get that? And I had to sit there on my own trying to figure out how he got there because I didn't trust him. But I figured it out. It took me forever. I'm not bored. I'm not bored. This is all necessary and part of the game deving creation process. Okay, he already lost me. I zoned out. Okay, here we go. I had to back up a bit. Okay. He's already going into so much more detail than the other tutorials. Plus 12. I mean, plus 32. See, if you were just gonna make it all math, then I would. I love math. Awesome. Okay. I'm in. Project settings. Fun fact, I think I've mentioned it before, but I've counted to 1024 on my fingers before. 1024 is how high it goes, right? Because it's 0, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. With 64 times 2. Ah, there's a bug in here. 128, 256, 512. Yeah. I one time counted to 1024 on my hands using binary. I learned it in computer science. I was a bored kid. Oh, hold on, hold on. Oh, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Okay, I don't have a test width. Hold on. I don't have that here. I don't have that. 7-year-old freaking tutorial. Okay. Advanced settings? Advanced settings. Oh, I turned on advanced settings. Hold on. Always on top. Let's search. Test width. It is not a does not look like a thing. Okay, looks like it's not a thing in this version. That's fine. We'll make it work. I hope. I hope. Oh, hold on. What do you emulate touchscreen? Oh, nope. I don't have that either. Oh, input device pointing? Emulate mouse from touch. Emulate touch from mouse. Oh, have them both on. Okay, emulate because in his it shows emulate and then emulate touchscreen. Okay, yeah. Cool. Oh my gosh, sorry. Stretch mode to 2D. I don't have that. Keep width. I can do that. Hold on. Rendering? I don't have it. Okay, so just see what he does and see if I can try to find it myself. Okay, so 2D. Oh, here we go. Use pixel snap. I guess turn both those on. Yeah. Whoa, how'd you do that? Mouse button, left mouse button. Okay. Oh, your scene tree's over there. My scene tree's over here. Okay. Okay, we're making. Okay, I'm gonna watch him do it all first, and then I'll do it on my own. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, we're watching him do it first, and then I do it. Because if I try to do it at the same time, I'm gonna miss something. Okay, he's done those two steps. I'm not. I don't want to get too far. Okay, so we're gonna add a node. It's gonna be node 2D, and then we're gonna add a texture rect. Perfect. Okay. Oh wait, he named it. I didn't name anything. Okay. He names his stuff with underscores. I'm gonna follow what all previous tutorials I followed, where just all the words are just one word but capitalization for each word, because functions and stuff usually use underscores and I don't want it to get mixed up, so I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna name mine game window. I just have to remember that I'm doing this differently than him, because if I have to call on scenes and stuff, I need to make sure I type it in this way and not the way he's doing it. But I'm gonna do that. And then background. Cool. I'm gonna save it. Okay, so I haven't made any folders. I mean, just made the assets folder. We're gonna make scenes. And then we're also gonna make scripts. I liked how the one tutorial, he had his scripts in a different folder, their own separate folder. I liked that. So we're gonna go scenes. We're gonna save that there. Save. I'm gonna press play just to see. Select currency. Okay, yeah, that is huge. You think I could get away with having it be smaller? It's like when I run it, it doesn't account for my toolbar at the bottom. So my toolbar cuts it off, because when I made the snake game, whenever like food would spring up at the bottom row, I thought I broke it because it just wasn't there. But it's like, no, you just can't see it because it's hidden. There's got to be something I can do. Hold on. Let's try to see if I can figure this out before we continue. Our first troubleshooting. Okay, let me see if I can find Godot test size. Here we go. How to set up a test size in 4.0. Toggle on advanced settings. Okay, okay. Advanced settings is turned on. Go back to display. Oh, just in case. Okay. The settings are now called window width height override. Oh, right here. Sick. Ah, this is power of the internet. Okay, what did he set it to? I have to go back. Hold on, we're going back. Gotta go back in time. Okay, here we go. Okay. 288 and 512. I think he said it was like half the size of what the original window. Yay! So if I press play, look at it. You can't see it, but it's beautiful. All right, wonderful. Bring me back to where we were. No idea where we were. Oh, I need to open the window. It's warm in here. We had 2 weeks of cooler weather, and now we're back to it being hot. I'm not happy about it. Ah! Oh no, I didn't mean to click that. Okay. My partner heard me, and he just turned on the air conditioner. Okay. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm going too fast. Okay. He did that. Okay. New folder. We got it. We got it. Ooh, okay. So we're going into the assets. Match-3. Match-3 assets. UI. Ooh. Okay. Backgrounds. Ooh. I'm gonna go with background number 2. Drag and drop into my asset. Bam. Okay. Okay, so he pulled in top UI and bottom UI as well. Top UI version 2. Okay, top UI and bottom UI. I kind of wish like mine looked more like his. I'm sure there's probably like some file system, dock position, make floating, move to bottom. I don't want to mess with it now. I don't want to break it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. How do I find it? It's gone. Oh. Okay, we're fine. I was like, I don't want to break anything, and then I broke it. All right, we're gonna drag and drop our background to here where the texture is. Yay! Yay! Okay. Okay, so he's just adding in all these beautiful thingamaboppers. So we're gonna do the same. New texture, rect, create. We're gonna name it top UI. Take the top UI, drag and drop it over to the texture. And then we're gonna make another child. Another texture rect. We're gonna name it bottom UI. And then drag and drop to the texture. I'm gonna go ahead of them. I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna click this presets for repositioning, and I'm gonna put it in the bottom center. Nope, I ruined it. How did it undo? Undo. How do you not go to the bottom? How could you not just go to the bottom? Oh, is it this? It's this. No, it's not. I'm gonna stop and just let him do it. I thought I knew. I learned from other things. Whoa, he's in a new spot I've never seen before. How'd you get there, bruh? Is it in layout? No. I control. It's gotta be in layout because I think it's different. Gotta be in transform. A Y position. Y position. Y position. 928. There we go. Okay, there we go. Alright, we got there. I thought I was slick. I thought using the preset thingy would set it up, but it didn't. It fooled me. It fooled me. Oh, I see why he did the underscores. Alright, that's the first video! Okay. Okay, that was the first video. What did we learn? That I need to be patient. Why can't I move it left and right? What happened? Why does this have a bar and this don't? It just makes it go off center and it makes me mad. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so what did we learn? We didn't do any coding, but we did learn in the project section. I think when I open the project window, you don't see it. Yeah, you don't see it. But in the project window, because this guy's working on something from 7 years ago, you can use test sizes, which I didn't know was a thing. It's in the window area, yeah? Yes, and it's called window width or height override. So it's not test window, it's just called the override. So when you launch it to test it, you can have it at a smaller size to test it out in, which is awesome because when you have it at full size, the toolbar just cuts it off. We learned that drawing out what you want and using math helps you set things up looking good and giving you what, you know, the side of kind of vibe, and make sure you have everything set up size-wise. Drawing things out makes it easier for you to math things out. Ugh, sorry, I'm yawning again. And what else did we learn? There's gotta be a third thing. Oh, I figured out why he uses the underscores for his is because when you save the file in the folders, it automatically, no matter what you name it, it gives it. Oh, and you can see it right here. Game underscore window. Just I named it game window, but it somehow knows that it's under. I guess it can indicate. It knows that it's two different words. I guess maybe because I capitalized it, but that's how the naming convention of it is. So I guess that's why he does it that way, which is fair. But from every other tutorial that I've followed so far, they've done it this way, so I'm just gonna do that to pick up the habit. I just now need to remember. It's pivotal that I remember that, because when calling on different nodes, calling on different scenes for things, I need to make sure I name it right, because I think one time I did change the name of something, and I tried to call it. Oh yeah, it was in the snake tutorial. I tried to call on something from a different scene, and it didn't work because I completely changed the name of it. Okay, so that's 3 different things that I've learned. I didn't need to look any. I did need to look up if they still had the test window thing, but that's great. So wonderful setup. Sorry, the video was 16 minutes. This next one is only 6 minutes, and it's the piece scene. So I guess we're gonna be learning how to do the pieces, the scene for the pieces, and I'm intrigued on how this will work, because I believe this part will help out with my game of war, actually, now that I'm looking at it, because in a deck you have 52 different cards, and in this game he's got 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors, but then he also has like other versions of each of these, so, and you're probably gonna like array and stack them or whatever, but definitely need to know how to do all that. This could definitely apply to my card game. So anyways, let's begin part 2. Bless you. Sorry, I got an alert message of somebody trying to bot, and I had to read it and clear it. It popped up and distracted me. Okay. So back up a bit. Okay. I am assuming Sprite 2D is the same thing as Sprite, because there's a Sprite 3D and there's a Sprite 2D, and there's a and that's blue, so I assume that it's the same thing. Okay. Oh, hold on. Going to the sprite. We're going to transform. Ah, okay. So he's used the scaling. Whatever image goes in there, it'll change the scale of the image because he's got it set up for 64 by 64. I mean, we have it set up. That's what the sprites are going to be, but the sprites themselves are 128, which is double that. Perfect. 1/4? Don't you mean one half? I think you just misspoke. Half of the size. Oh, we didn't name it. Peace. I didn't save it yet. Hold on. Peace. Saved in my scene. Oh, hold on. What did you do? New inherited scene. Okay. Okay, so we're going to scene. We're making a new inherited scene, and we're inheriting from peace. Will it let me drag and drop? Okay, we're gonna go out. We're gonna go to peace. Pieces of you. It let me. Version 0.4. There's so many pieces. So yeah, there's yellow, a rainbow, two different types of pink, orange, yellow, light green, green, and blue. There's no purple. It's not a full rainbow. Anyways. Okay, so we're making a blue piece first. All this. Blue piece. Going to the sprite. Drag and drop. Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, an inherited scene is just that it's not creating a scene from scratch, it's just copying the templates of what you have for the scene that you want to copy from. So like if I just keep doing inherit piece, the inherit scene, and just clicking piece for every color, and then I put every color. I believe that's what he's, if I'm understanding that correctly before he fully explains it. Yep. Green piece. Okay, yeah, so he's doing exactly what I thought he was gonna do. Perfect. Okay, so that's easy to understand. New inherited piece. Piece. Open. Rename. Green piece. Go to 2D sprite, find the green piece. Hello. Hello. Green piece. Save. Is green piece. New inherited scene. From the piece. Light green. I'm just gonna call it lime. Lime piece. Oop, oop, oop. Hold on. Hold on. I didn't click on the 2C sprite. 2D sprite. Lime. That is totally a lime. Lime piece. And we have orange. I have to make a new scene. Hold on, I gotta make a new scene. New inherited scene. From piece. Rename. Orange piece. Click the 2D sprite. Drag and drop. Save. Orange piece. And I like that he also made it colorblind friendly because he added shapes. This is where it's a little wonky because he's got two different types of pink in here, but I'm just gonna go with the darker one, I assume. New inherited scene from piece. Rename. Pink piece. 2D sprite. Drag and drop. Save it. And last scene. New inherited scene. From piece. Open. Yellow piece. 2D sprite. Drag and drop. Yellow piece. So I should have 6 colors in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brilliant! Now I'll let him catch up to me. I'm already there, brother. Oh, that's sick. Welcome on back, Tibbs. Share the pictures. Did you go grab more herbs? Is that what you were doing? Because you said you were running low. Sick. All right. So what did we learn in this video? We learned about inherited scenes. That is amazing. So because I have the piece is like the main of the scenes. And so since I inherited from that scene, any changes that are made to the piece scene will apply to all of these other scenes, these inherited scenes. This is wonderful. Wonderful. Guten Tag. I don't know why. I'm just recentering these now because they're so tiny and far away and I want to look at them. I want to look at them. Wunderbar, that's the word I was looking for. I'm like, there's one word I can't remember. What is the word I'm looking for? It's wunderbar. Don't know why. Awesome. So we learned that. Okay, inherited scenes are affected by the scene they are inherited from, which is BAM. So if we add any new nodes, if we add any script, which we will definitely be adding script, it'll all affect all of these. So we don't have to do it individually for each of these scenes. Sick, nasty, awesome, delicious. Love it. All right. What time is it? Okay, it is about 12:20. We've done 2 of these videos so far, but we are about halfway done through this usual stream time. So it'll take a 10-minute break. I need to have a snacky and wake myself up more. And y'all do the same. Get up, stretch, grab a snack, grab a drink, take your meds if you got them, and I will see you all in 10 minutes. BRB! Hello, I am back. Alright, looking at the pics. Okay, yeah, those look like the ones that I saw on Google. That's so cool! Oh, I need to learn to garden more. I need to do it. I want to do it. I just worry about waste, you know, and not using up everything that I grow. Obviously, I'm not going to go for a lot, but my aunt started growing strawberries. And you should see her strawberry vine. It's so long. So I just warmed up some poutine. Leftovers from yesterday. All right. Meow. Hello. Hello, my baby. You're so adorable. All right. We're gonna learn about 2D arrays. Are you ready to learn about a 2D array? Hold on. Let me put this blanket on me. My cat is so weird. He does not like to sit on me unless I have a blanket or something. I'll like even grab like a skirt sometimes and just throw it over my lap. So it gives the illusion of blanket. But he just won't sit on my lap. Unless I have it. Here you go. Come on. Come here. I know you wanna. Oh, also, I just got my Amazon. I got a package. And in the package is the K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack because I'm obsessed. And each CD comes with a photo card. I'm not sure if it's just the main 3, but I've only ever seen the main 3. So like Rumi, Mira, and Zoe. And I've seen a lot of people getting Zoe. And I'm like, I didn't care who I got, but I really wanted Rumi, and I opened it, and I got Rumi! I'm so happy. I've been trying to regrow my CD collection, because physical media! It's forever, and digital media is not, and for as if recent events have proven so. But anyways, we are here to continue. Okay, I should be writing down what I learn in each video. Hey, welcome on back. Ah, vanilla flavoring. Ooh. The Match-3 is going all right. We have pieces in a background. And we have all our pieces. Tobias, please don't rub your face on the microphone. Stop it! If you felt that or heard that, that was my cat rubbing his face on my shock mount. Hello, you cutie patootie. Okay, what did we learn in video 1? And now I gotta try to remember what we learned. I learned that you can make test size windows. Tobias, please! You're so cute, but you need to stop. Test size windows. I remember saying 3 different things, but I don't remember. Oh, I guess the importance of drawing out what you want to make. Test size windows, they're called overrides. Overrides. Importance of drawing out how want your game to look. The cat is just being cool. He's being annoying. He's not just being cool. He's being annoyingly cool. And oh, and I think a third was why I learned why he chooses to name his naming convention. I think that was the third thing. Video 2, which we just watched before break, we learned about scene inheritance, inherited scenes. All changes done to original scene happen to all inherited scenes. So all of our pieces will have changes done to them when we add changes to the original piece scene, which is amazing. So we don't have to do it individually for each scene, for each piece. And then we also learned about scaling for sprites. Scaling for sprites. Perfect. Sprites have scales? Yeah, that's what they do to measure the little coin, the large coins, I guess, because they're tiny and sprites when you do trade with them. Teehee. Okay, I'm just gonna try to mange some more of my poutine here, and then we'll continue. Ah! Alright. On to part 3, 2D arrays in Godot. Whoa, why isn't it showing all the different pieces? Did he just decide to hide them? The peace scenes. Hmm. Hey, Merle! I'm coming up with a totally original name and concepts for your idea. So you have multiple lanes, and everyone picks a hero and runs down a lane to fight the other team's heroes. I call it League of Legends. You're welcome. I don't know. I think a Deadlock would be a better name. How you doing, Merle? Welcome in. How's it going? We are learning to game dev. We just started part 3. I'm doing all right. I'm trying to keep my brain alive and active. I've got Tobias sitting on my lap. He chilling. I've got some leftover cold tea and some water on the side. I'm doing all right. Doing all right. We're here and we're vibing. How about Dota 2? Just confuse your player base because you don't have a Dota 1. Oh my gosh. And Saber for prequel bait. How do I see that? Oh, script right here. Empty. This is a different way of doing it. Yes. Separate folders. You can save money on character development by just using the gods. Smite would be a good name for that. Ooh. Oh! Distraction free mode. I like it. Okay, sorry, he's explaining things and I got distracted. Hold on. Called for delta is a lapse time since the previous frame. Yeah, I don't understand delta. So called every frame. So delta is the time in between the next frame. So like delta is the time between, like, say if you have 60 frames per second, delta would be like, oh, bye Tobias. 1/60th of a second? Is that how it is? Let's look it up. Delta equals difference. It's an engineering term that's common when talking about things like temperature and pressure. Could also refer to the change in a variable over time, like in math. It's a measure of change. I filled a bag with parsley. Nice. Can I have some? Is what you are changing between frames. In PLC programming, Delta is the name of the airline. Oh my god. Reddit! Reddit! Okay, well, my chat is very knowledgeable. Thank you, chat. So it's a measure of change, and delta is what you are changing between frames. Okay. Okay. Okay, what do I have here? I have the ready function, which he's keeping on his thing, called when the node enters the scene the first time. Okay. And then he's keeping function process delta. His obviously looks different, but his is all commented out. So I could, I guess. Let's go. Hee. Sure. All right, I didn't understand what he just said. Hold on, back up. Visible in the inspector. Okay, well, this is the inspector. Unexpected identifier export in class body. Yeah, your export is red, mine is blue. I think I have to do, I think they changed it to add export now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on, let me just see what he does. He does have some red happening. Oh, his red is gone. Script variables color. Okay, so what he did was he went to P's, or he go to the sprite. He went to the sprite, and or did he go to what here, right? Hold on. Okay, yeah. So he did something to add script variables color. I remember doing this before, but I don't know how. Okay, so I need to figure out how to add, because I can't do it in this. Does anybody have a comment? Oh, here we go. Functioning. Here we go. At expert var color string. Called when, okay, perfect. This is why you go to the comments. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So it's actually changed now. At export var color string. Aha! Perfect. No description though. Okay, perfect. But okay. Okay. Oh, so he just cleared away them away at the top, but he's got the scenes still here on the side. Okay. Oh, did I need to save my. Oh, blue piece color green color. See, they all apply to everything. That's amazing. Sick. I like having all my scenes up here though. I don't want them over there. I like having them top. Oh, how did you do that? Hold on. Whoa! I clicked the thing. I don't know how I ended up here. Pause. Back up. What'd you do? Are you just typing it? Oh, he's just typing. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me do this now. Let me do this. Go to my 2D script. Thank you. Blue. His did automatically. Mine didn't. Oh, I need to save. Save. Lime. Orange. Ink. And yellow. Sick. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so what I just did was I learned the scripting. To add in a color variable to the node. Right? That's what I learned? Yeah, I added a color variable. What's the export mean, though? Ah, mark the following property as exported, editable in the inspector doc, and saved to disk. To control the type of exported property, use the type. Hmm. Okay, so following property is exported, editor in the inspector. So it's just something that I added that I could edit. So I added a variable called color and I made it a string type because that's what I did. I typed in what I'm defining each color as. Okay. So exporting is adding variables to the node. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. He's adding a new child node. Hold on. All right. Back up a bit. Game window scene. Okay, we're changing the positioning as 0, 0. pause for a moment. Pause for a moment. I need to save that. You saved it. Okay, I'm gonna watch him do what he do. Watch. Okay. Pay attention. Go. Hold on. Did I just click something by accident? I did. Okay. Okay, so that's changing. So going from what I learned, okay, it's gonna be export variable width int. No? How did it look in the... No? No? Okay, let's go to the YouTube comments and see what let's go to the comments, see what they have here. Maybe I should wait and see what he does and then build it. Yeah, well, I'll wait till he's finished doing it. Discovered when I was in Chicago, I had some downtime. It was literally a block from the Bean. And I didn't know, so I didn't go. You didn't go to the Chicago Bean? You didn't go? Oh, that sucks, though. I know I have 2 errors, okay? Leave me alone. Give me a second. Okay, I cannot move forward until I figure this out. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Grid script. I found it. Okay, here we go. Okay. How do you fix it? Okay. Function ready all pieces. This doesn't help with the variable stuff that he's doing. Ah, okay. I'll just keep watching and then I'll come back once I figure it out. Cause like, how am I this could not find type int. Like integer? Does that have to be a lowercase I? It has to be a lowercase I. And the world was set right. Okay. 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 So we have this for the width. We need export. Export. Variable. Height. Man, case sensitivity. What a time to be alive. Export. Oh, it is showing up on the side. Look over here. For the grid thing. It's adding. Okay, variable. X start. Export. Variable. Y start. Oh, I didn't do the things. I didn't do the things. Hold on. Int. 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 Okay, I need to re-listen to what each of these mean now. Back up. Back it up. Back it up. Okay. Oh, back it up. So the height and width is for how big the grid's gonna be. Oh, great, because he's having it not exactly start at the edge. He's having it start like half of half of an image, whatever, half of it inwards. You know what I mean? Like half a square inwards. Two-dimensional array. I'm familiar with these. I'm just worried though, because in Godot, 0, 0 is not in the bottom left, it's in the top left. So I'm not sure if he's basing it off of that. Or because he's just said, did he just say bottom left? Down in the lower left. In Godot, it counts it from the top. So I'm not sure if it was that way before in an old version, or if he's still taking that into consideration. But we'll just follow along for now. Okay, so I think this next part, I'm gonna need to learn to redo it all because of people's looking at people's comments. So we'll find out. Looks like if I type this out now, we'll see what happens. It's not mad. I'm gonna quickly do that. Function make 2D array. Nope, I did something wrong. Variable array. Semicolon? Semicolon. Okay. Okay, so this is a for statement. So it's going through every, so I is I is equal to the number, and it's checking every single number. For J. An entire another array. Oh my god. Okay. Nope. Hold on. I didn't write all of it down. For I in width, array dot append. You got double parentheses? Bruh. Bruh. Square brackets. And then for J in height. For jaw. For jaw. I don't understand what this means. Wait, so these people are just so these people are in the comments are just even copying, pasting it. So I don't even have to look at the comments. I just looked at the comments for that one thing. But everything's working out, so I'm not gonna worry about looking at the comments. Hey, Antra, welcome on in. How you doing? I'm not sure. This is a tutorial from 7 years ago, so I'm trying it out, and I don't. If anything, it's just a hands-on practice. If I learn to do it this way, and it's like, oh, this is not the most optimal way, and then learn a new way, cool. But we're seeing. I'm trying. We're finding out. This is definitely like, oof. So he's making, didn't we make a 2D array when we made the tic-tac-toe? Like an array within an array? That's what a 2D array is, right? We did that when I did the tic-tac-toe tutorial. This is just a way different way of how he's doing it. It's giving me some fun. It's definitely challenging me. And I'm doing all right. I'm starting to get a little tired because my brain's starting to melt from doing this, but you know, we're here and we're trying. Okay. So I guess I need to stop looking at the YouTube comments because I'm looking now and like second guessing everything, but like unless it gives me an error, like if that one thing did, I'm just not gonna look, see if there's an edited version, because so far everything he's doing, it's working for me. So I'm gonna stop doing that and second guessing. Okay. So what he did here is we're making a temporary variable, which is an array. For I and width, we're adding a second array. Okay. Okay, so this is how, okay, so this is a different way of making a 2D array, because I believe we made a 2D array do something different in the tic-tac-toe. But, so we're adding in, for every number in the row, we're adding a new string of numbers. Okay, I get it. We just don't have numbers for height and width yet. Oh yeah, no, the error was just that, he wrote the exports. If you I have the video, the series anyways. I didn't it's a playlist. We're on, but the way he wrote out the because since it's from 6 years ago, he wrote export int var width, and then they gave me an error being like, what the heck are you doing? And I'm like, wait, there's got to be a different way of doing it, because well, actually I learned it from this first, because adding the color variable to the node, it freaked out on me, and so we figured this out. So it's definitely different from how it worked 7 years ago, but we figured that out. Okay, I understand the array now, because I gotta remind myself, okay, so width, while we haven't given it a strong number yet, the for loop is gonna go through each number of that width, and then it's gonna add a new string of numbers for each of those numbers. And then for j, for every I, so for each one, it's just adding nothing right now, though. Okay, that's okay, I understand. Return array. That's one way of doing a two-dimensional array, because I'm pretty sure I did an array with tic-tac-toe in a different way. Let me see if I can pull it up, actually. Let me pull up my tic-tac-toe, please. You're my soda pop, my little soda pop. All right, array, where did I put ya? Where did I put ya? I guess just type in find. Here we go. Okay, now how does, I don't know if y'all can see it. Yeah, no, it's just showing you this. But, okay, but yeah, we name it as an, okay. So looking at the difference, for the tic-tac-toe, since it was so small, we were just using solid numbers. Because it's just 0 or 1. But for this one, but it's basically the same thing, except, no, it's not the same thing, because we don't use for loops in this, in the tic-tac-toe. Interesting, a different way. And we didn't use a function to do it. We just used it as a variable. So in tic-tac-toe, we made a variable called grid data, and we nested arrays, so a square bracket, and then the square bracket, 0, 0, 0, end square bracket, comma, square brackets with 3 more zeros, square brackets with 3 more zeros, and then the last square bracket, because it was like a nested array sort of situation. And then for this, we're using a function, using a for loop, different. Yeah, it feels like it'll be more flexible since with tic-tac-toe, it was just simple 3x3 grid, and this is not just a 3x3 grid, but cool. It's definitely different. In life, we find there are multiple ways of doing things, not necessarily a right way, but could be quote unquote easier, but to each their own. But here, I'm learning. And I have no qualms against this way so far, now that I understand what's happening. Okay. Okay, so he went to the function, ready function, and taking our, we have, oh yeah, we do have all pieces. All pieces is the variable, so all, I mean the array variable. All pieces equals make 2D array. So now that will equal that function. Cool. Cool. Bad ways that work still work. Yeah, it's not printing anything, so yeah. Oh, he never signed with that. Okay, okay. Where'd he go? He went to grid. He went here. We are here. He is going to the transform. Maybe? Oh, right here, grid. We never assigned any of this. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, width is 8. Oh my god. X start is 64. Y start is 800. I'm following his numbers. I don't know where he got the Y start from. Oh yeah, offset is 64. Woo! Okay. Oh! Oh no. Oh no. So, y'all, this is how it's supposed to look. Let me grab what happened. Let me capture what happened here. What's this window called? Project Match. All right. This is what's happening right now. This is what's happening right now. This is what it's supposed to look like on the left, and this is what's happening on the right now. Now we get to troubleshoot and find out where we went wrong. I think I figured out what went wrong. Okay, I think I know what happened. I think I know what happened. It's so the offsets. I gotta figure that out. I think it's all in the project settings here because we learned the offset. Let me get rid of the offsets first. Hold on. Not the offsets, the overrides. Let's just get rid of the overrides for now and see how that works. Okay, the override, I mean, so okay, so it's working. Right now, it's working. Here it is. It's working. So, I mean, I'm sorry if I use the wrong word. It's because I'm terrible with remembering how things are called. So it's in the overrides. In the project setting overrides, I wanted to make it smaller so I can have it, you know, not take up and be cut off at the bottom. But the overrides are not working the way I thought they were going to be. Because in the old version of Godot, it would be test sizes. They don't have test sizes anymore. And so I looked up if there how to do it in 4 point whatever version. But and then somebody's like, "Oh, it's the overrides." But the overrides are giving me the tiny, like, just the top corner of the game and not the entire game. Because, like, I can't test it at its full height because it cuts off the bottom, so I thought I could... La 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 la. Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can try Godot test size version 4. Not... Let me just try it again just to see. 560 divided by 2, that's 288 by 288. Here we go. 288 by 512. Wait, close. Play the game. Yeah, it's still just giving me the top section. Okay. I thought I did my best to follow along to what changes he was adding, but like so much of the menus and stuff are so different. I think I missed something when it came to resizing or something. Do you have an idea how I could fix it? Keep this. Let me try this. Nope, that didn't help. Any suggestions I will happily accept. Yeah, no, I'm going to go back to the last video. If you are able to help me, I would very much appreciate it. I'm I've personally have hit the point of I'm tired and want to be finished this section because I've been doing this for a while. Currently looking at the setup part, but if you are able to provide some assistance because there are inconsistencies between his setup and mine because of the 7-year difference, I would really appreciate it, and it'll make it a little bit easier for me to find. Because like I understand like the importance of, you know, spending time to figure it out, and I've done that on a fair amount of things already today, and I'm just at a point now where I'm just like I'm done. I'm near the point of being tired. So, but I am looking up on my own, but if you can, that'd be great. You could help. Okay. So I have viewpoint width, and then we have the test width, which supposedly is that. Oh yeah, like I figured you're probably not 100% on it, but hey, that's one more thing for me to try at least, so that could add it to the troubleshoot list for sure. Would be very helpful. Okay, you did emulate touchscreen. Stretch mode. I don't have 2D. What is your options under there? He's got disabled, 2D, and viewpoint. So I'm just gonna go canvas items. Let's try that. Oh! That's it! That's it! I did it! Frickin'. Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! Look at all them nulls. Look at all them nulls. Okay. Take me back. Let's finish off this video, please. Nope, that's the P scene. We're on the 2D arrays. Let's finish it off, please. Take me back. Where were we? You were at the... There we go. Because I figured it had something to do with, like, making it fit to the area that I'm capturing. And so it's because, oh, you didn't want me to, like, fit the stuff to the size. I just kept everything is, and everything just got cut off. Sick. Awesome. All right, what did we learn about video 2? This video is so outdated. Sorry, video 3. Not video 2. This video is so outdated because the coding is so different. Okay, what did we learn today? What did we learn today? What did we learn today? What did we learn? I don't remember which video we did. Okay, yeah. So in this video, we learned what export means. It adds new, what would you call these? New objects to the nodes? Yes, it adds new objects. Examples. Color strings. Or width, height number. Numbers. Or ints. 2 nodes. And we also learned how to make an array using a function. A 2D array, specifically. I'm writing this down, by the way, because I need to, like, actually, like, write things down, I feel, so I can reference them to remember. Because, like, this is my 5th tutorial, and I feel like I've barely retained anything from the other 4 games that I've made. Make a 2D array using a for loop. Using... No, it's... Cool. And... Oh, yes. I also need to make sure I have, like, things written down as well to help. But sometimes I even forget them still. The brains! The spicy brains. Did we learn anything else in this video? We learned, that the stretch modes for testing, we need to make sure canvas item is selected. Which makes sense, because this is, well, these aren't really canvas, these are texture rect, but same thing. That's what we learned today. Sick. So we have parts of a game started. Awesome. How long is the next video? It's 11 minutes. I don't think I'm gonna make it through. Filling the board. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to make it through that. Okay. Okay, so we've done 3 of the 75 steps. But I actually appreciate them being broken down into this tiny of steps each time, because going through, like, the 2-hour video for Pong, I was, like, dying inside a little bit, but having it broken down into smaller bite-sized pieces definitely feels better for my brain. Finish it all on my own? I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, brain needs to relax now. I've been at it for an hour and something. No, almost 2 hours. Yeah, I've been at it for almost 2 hours, so yeah, definitely break time. Well, wrapping up stream time. So the plan moving forward. I know for the last few weeks, or a couple weeks now, I've just been doing projects on stream and then doing other projects off stream. I've decided for this game, this tutorial is gonna be the last one I do tutorial wise before I go rogue and try to build my own project using the things that I've learned, and to learn to look things up in order to make things the way that I want them to work, you know, that kind of thing. So what I'm gonna do is, between this week and the next stream, next Sunday, I'm going to work on a few of the steps in between, and then just catch you guys up on what I did at the beginning of next Sunday, and then continue on from there. because I find going back and forth between the different things is not helping, and me also not writing things down and trying to find, things that I've learned and troubleshot with is not helping at all. Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. So having one cohesive thing to work on to get it done is definitely, I feel like it's going to be better. So I'm going to try to do 3 steps during the week. We'll see, because I'm also trying to do writing, but I'm going to try to do 3 steps, 3 different videos for the week. And then on Sunday, we will do 3 more, depending on how long the videos are. So we did 1, 2, 3 today. If I do 4, 5, 6. That shouldn't be too bad. And then on this next Sunday, 7, 8, 9. Programming and cohesive are 2 words never should be together. Yeah, but I just feel like it works better for me if like more cohesive, and I don't even know what I use that word for. I've already forgotten. The brain. Already forgotten. It was funny, what did I do? So with Pong, something funny happened with Pong. What did I do wrong? Okay, so it was Godot's fault, it was not my fault. So with Pong, I made the paddles. Let me pull it up so I can use the proper verbiage and not lose people when talking about it. Give me a second. I had made the paddles a while ago. And so, no, it was Godot's fault. I'll explain it to you how it was Godot's fault. Okay, paddle. Okay, so I had the paddle, and then I had a mesh instance 2D, and then a collision shape 2D. So the mesh instance is the visual looking of like how it visually looks, and I had it 20 by 100. That's how the pixels. That's how big the paddle was. And then for the collision shape, it was also 20 by 100. It's like perfect, great, awesome, no issues. And so then I finished basically everything. And then I'm watching the guy play the game on his video, and how like if you hit the ball at certain points of the paddle, it'll send it off in different directions. Whenever I hit the ball near the top of the bottom of my paddle, it would send it going really fast up and down. I'm like, what is happening? Why is that going like that? It would just be like wild and not what was happening on his screen. So then I decided to go all the way back to the tutorial for the paddles, and then I'm following them along again, and then I look, and then I see the collision shape is a square. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. Why is it a square? It should be a rectangle. It's showing in the actual dimensions of the collision shape x20 and y100, but it's visually, it looks like a square. No. I misspoke. Sorry. It was visually, it was the rectangle. That's what it was. Okay, visually, it was a rectangle, and it was showing 20 by 20. That's what it was. It was showing x20 and y20, but visually, it was a rectangle that covered the entirety of the paddle. So I was like, okay. So then I tried to like stretch it out to what actually was supposed to be 100, and it just basically covered the entirety of the left side as a collision space. And I'm like, that's not how it's supposed to work. And so then I tried to shrink it and do whatever, and it was just a whole mess. And you know how I fixed it? I deleted the collision shape, re-added it, and then it was showing a 20 by 20 square, and then when I put it to 120, it was fine. So I'm like, what? No, what do you mean? So it was just visually, it was showing, yeah, I'm in a rectangular shape and I'm covering the entire thing, but really I'm only a 20 by 20, which didn't make any sense. And so when I made it a 20 by 100, and then I ran the game and I shot it above it, it still bounced off as if I hit it, and it acted weird. So all I did was just delete the collision shape 2D and add a new one, put it the way it was supposed to be, and then it was fine. And I'm like, okay. So it was not my fault. That was Godot's fault. It messed up somewhere. But it was funny. And then my partner, he used to do coding as well. And so he's saying he's 99 but what? 99 bugs on the wall? Because like there's supposed to be more syllables, like basically 99 coding bugs on the wall, 99 coding bugs. You take one down, patch it around, 125 coding bugs on the wall, and I'm like, oh my god. Oh, but it was funny. But I figured it out, so that's all that matters. And then we played a game of Pong, and we got to like like nine each, and then he ended up winning, and I was like, "F you, I love you, but F you." Oh, oh yeah, beers on the wall, bottles of beer. Oh yeah. But for the coding version, I didn't remember what descriptor it was because it's just saying 99 bugs on the wall. It sounds really weird, so I thought I just put coding. I didn't know what it was. But yeah, but yay, we did it. We did it. I did it. We got through it. We got through it, and we did 3 videos. We learned about test size windows called overrides, and I'm gonna put in bracket select. What's the thing I wanna stretch mode in brackets. Stretch mode. Stretch mode. Canvas. Item. Perfect. I do this. All right. So yeah, and then the importance of drawing out how you want your game to look. Video 2, we learned about inherited scenes. So all changes done to the original scene happen to all inherited scenes. It's baller. We learned about the scaling for sprites and their like specific sprite stuff. And then video 3, we learned that at export, it adds at export adds new objects. Example, color colon string colon int to nodes, and then make a 2D array using a for loop. Sick. That's gonna be it for me today.